So when we say Pali or any other language, it's not the language, it is the intent behind the language. It is going, understanding, like I can learn Chinese, that's not a big deal. But just because I learn Chinese, I don't become Chinese, right? And I can talk to Aryu in Chinese, but that's not the intent. The intent is to go deeper and experience. This is what was said. Iti uttaka. This is what was said. Iti, this. Uttaka. This was said. This was said. What was said? So it's about contemplation. If somebody says to me, dukkha, akha is like eyes, akhi is eyes, du akha is all senses, du as in bad. That means it's not giving you anything. So it's burden. So you are wanting some, but you get something else in return. You just went to buy a kg of tomato and then he gave you a kg of potato, which you don't want it. But he gave in your hand potato in place of tomatoes. And what would you do? You don't know where to put it. So you become du-ak because you are now burdened. So the sight, the eyes and the sight are not yours. They were never yours to claim that I will see, I will hear, I will taste. So it is dukkha because senses are not anybody's. They're just senses. Just like somebody claiming this is my home. It's just a home. What do you mean your home? Yeah, you are residing, I agree. In language, you can say, I'm residing here. But that doesn't mean that in true sense, becomes your home. It never. Like Bobby, you bought a home. You didn't do anything. You just bought a home. And just because you buy the home doesn't make it your home. It still remains as a home. And that is akha. But if I take it as mine, it becomes dukkha. Because now I need to hold on to this something which by its own nature is crumbling off. Right? Eyes are crumbling off. The moment I move away from this place, the sight is gone. The sound is gone. The taste is gone. The touch is gone. The smell is gone. The thoughts are gone. Like when I sat from when you all dropped me at the airport in Brisbane, when I went ahead, all the images are dropped at once. But I'm carrying dukkha. Why? Because I'm carrying Bobby, Shenial, Ariu, Harish, whoever had come to the airport, I'm carrying all of them. Now, what does it do? It builds craving. So when will I see them again? So then I need to have another retreat. So I need to plan a retreat with Shenial, saying that, Shenial, why don't we have another retreat? If I ask why Vilas? Why you want another retreat? Aren't you satisfied with one retreat which we did? And I say, no. Why? Because the memory is dukkha. So what should I do? Somehow ensure you're back in Australia. So now I will ask Shenial, can you sponsor? He says, yeah, very much. Vilasji, you don't have to ask me like that. So and do what? What would I do coming back in December? Let's say we again meet in December. What would I do coming there? To take some more dukkha. And that's all is going to happen because I have to let go of it. But I can't let go. So what should happen? I should again meet. So in 2027, I need to meet. But 2027, by December, the visa expires. So I need to ask Viren, Viren, can you help me in this visa renewal? So he does it. But again, I need somebody to bring me to Australia. What if I may meet some other people who are willing to sponsor? Then I'll tell Shaniel, I don't require your sponsorship this time. Now my love has gone from Shaniel to Australia. Let's say I'm bored with Brisbane. I'm going now to Melbourne. So I have another group of students in Melbourne area. Fine. And then if you ask me, Vilasji, are you coming to Brisbane? I'll say, not this time, Bobby. I've seen you many times. That means what happened to that love and blah, blah, blah? It's gone. Because something else replaces this. So the now new dukkha is Melbourne, then Sydney, then Perth, then Adelaide, then this, then that. You name it, it's just keeps on growing and growing and growing and growing. And that's all is going to happen. So that is the reason we need to go deeper and analyze these words. What does he say? Su-ak is sukha. What it means? The senses are getting what exactly they expected. So there is sukha. Now, what's the probability of getting that sukha all the time? No. So then, can I get into jhana? Because that I don't require senses. You see this fun? Why am I on jhana? Not because I want to be in jhana, because I found the flaw. The flaw is I can't be back in Brisbane for some more time to come. And even I wish I want to be in Brisbane, somebody should sponsor. Somebody has to sponsor me. And who is going to sponsor? Bobby is already sponsored once. He's not a mad guy to again sponsor. So one person gone. Shaniel is already sponsored once. And Janak is not going to sponsor anyway. Viren will say, I will take care of your visa requirement. Don't ask me to sponsor. 4 people gone. Will Raju sponsor? Anyway, he feels I'm against Goenka so he's not going to talk to me at all. Then how about Harish? So then what happens? No one. Now what happened to my dream vacation or retreat program in Brisbane? Falls into pieces. So Aniruddha was asked by a deity saying to him that your body is so good, why don't you cultivate it rather than whatever you're doing? He said, you know what, I'm taken something which is more easier than this. This takes more time than that. And it's 100% right. Because jhana, I can get it in a few minutes. I don't require a visa. I don't require to plead to someone, please sponsor, I want to come there. I can get into jhana this way. So which is better? Going into jhana is better or going on this kama chanda is better? This is far better. Because I can be in that sukha for a long time. Because that su, akha, all the senses are now collected. So the mind is collected. It is not vikepa, scattered. It's collected. And that is niramisa sukha. Then samisa. So I get piti. Because there's no sensuality. There's no anticipation. Oh, if I get visa, if I get ticket, if I get you sponsored an economy ticket and Shaniel sponsored me a business class ticket. Will I ever come back to you, Bobby, again asking for ticket unless there's no other customer who is funding for my Australian visit? And then I say, Bobby, you're my friend, you're my school friend, and something. And then I'll convince Marin, you know what? I think you both require another good retreat with me. And then maybe Ashley is earning, and I'll convince Ashley also that, you know what, blah, blah, all that. So I puff it off so that you guys sponsor. But I know I'm coming by economy, by the way. You know what? To land in Brisbane is not easy. So I had to fly from Bangalore to Sydney. 12 hours flight in economy. I had a nice time in business class, which I can't have any longer. In the meanwhile, Shaniel calls me up saying, Vilasji, you could have asked me once. I would have sponsored business. Shit, shit. I should have just asked once to Shaniel. He missed it. Then you know what? I'm going to ask him, can you upgrade my return ticket to business? He says, yes, why not? Relief. Was I smart? I know with this business class or economy, it's going to be 12 hours. That's a max you can enjoy. That's a max. So why don't I enter into the first jhana and be in joy in second jhana, where economy seat or business class seat, they both mean the same because your body is not tormented at all. School. Then the 12 hours flight looks like I just sat and the 12 hours is gone. And there's nothing to open up eyes, close eyes. You're in Parimukha. Just watching the breath going in, coming out, going in, coming out. No challenge. The air hostess is coming, going away. Some passenger is coming and going away. You're neither interested in it. That means you're aware the passengers are moving up and down, but the mind is not moving even a bit. So the eyes are seeing, but they are not meeting the object. The ears are hearing, but are not attached to the object. The nose is smelling, but it is not attached to any object. The tongue is watery, but it is not seeking any taste. The body is touching the seat, but it is not comparing this is a business class or whatever class it is. The mind is not evaluating. It is not even in the plane. Forget being anywhere. So then what happens? It enters into neither perception nor non perception instantaneously. Now I have a choice to stay in 8 or to the 9. Since it's 12-hour flight, I'll switch it off. I means there's no I, in fact, but I just to put there. Bring in the condition to remove the sanya. So the Vedana is gone. But your eyes are downcasted, and it closes. You're not in sleep. You're in perfect samadhi. And when the sound comes, welcome to Sydney. In few minutes, you're landing in Sydney. Senses come back. And you're fresh as you were at your home. Exactly the same freshness at Sydney. Did you sleep? No. Were you awake? No. How can that be? That's it, jhana. Neither you're sleeping nor you're awake. What did you do? Nothing. But the plane was moving, yes. The people were moving, yes. I'm aware that people are moving. Yes, I'm aware. But except for that, welcome to Sydney International Airport, nothing else will be heard. And that's the power of Anāpanasati. So that's the background. Since you asked me this, Bobby. So I'm happy that you understood what is Parimukha. Like I said yesterday, from 2018, I'm having hard time explaining people. Very happy for for these AI tools which have come. It has taken
Yeah,
off.
so I think that's what I was going to say. Even though you are, at that time you couldn't explain, now people have that option to, go and check and give all these different meanings and different angles. So always if somebody is curious, they can validate.
Yes, that removes a lot of load from me. Actually, I feel so relieved. So if somebody is arguing with me, I'll say go and check with ChatGPT and leave him. Because there's no point unless you really experience. There's nothing that I can do to make him experience or her experience. So I feel somebody says, I want to do this. Nowadays, I feel, okay, do whatever you want, leave it. Earlier, I used to say, no, do this. Now, after my Brisbane visit, I felt whoever wants to do, let them do. They will come to know themselves later. Sooner or later, they will catch up, or they might not catch up. That's not my problem. Anyway. Okay, now come back to Anapana Sati. How to practice, right? So, the primary tenant is not TMI or Goenka. The primary tenant is Akusala. The backup plan. I'll also talk about backup plan because then it becomes easy. The backup plan is Goenka. Always keep the backup. Don't throw the backup. And don't throw TMI, the mind illuminated, because if this fails, you have a backup. Go and do the backup because you're not ready. So, but don't throw it out. Don't say that, okay, I'm on Buddha, so let me throw out these techniques. No, they're good. Keep it. It'll show you whether you're moved from preschool to the school. If you're in preschool, makes no sense to drop those things. Good to go back to preschool. Do it. Maybe 10 days is insufficient. Yes, can happen. Make it 20 days. Maybe 20 days is insufficient, go 30 days. Maybe 30 days is insufficient, do 45 days. If 45 days is insufficient, do 60 days. If Goenkaji was there, he would have made it 90 days. He wanted to do that, a real long course. But anyway, so basically, why should we do that? Because we are not able to go anywhere else on our own. And hence, we require these props. There's nothing wrong in it. Use it. Now you come here. That's the backup plan. If nothing works, go back. Nothing wrong in that. Just be there and do whatever you're doing. Practice of that till you're confident to come here. Now you come here. Now you have to create conditions. There it's already conditioned. Here you have to create condition. This is, if I could use greenfield project, that means nothing is there. It's a vacant site, not SIGST, SITE site. The place is vacant. You have to weed out the dirt things which have grown on the ground. You have to have a master plan on how you want to construct the home. And nobody is going to give you timber and all of that. You have to bring the timber, you have to bring everything and then make that house. Whereas in the TMI or in the Goenkaji technique, the house is already there. You don't have to do anything. You just have to go and stay. But that's all what you get. But I want something as a samana, shramana, on my own. I don't believe in going through somebody's thing. Then you are doing on your own, looking at the manual. And the manual here is Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Other than that, there's no other manual. And we are talking only one thing, which is Dhamma. Sangha is the people who are practicing. Buddha is a person, not as a person, as a designation who has cut the entire existence. And the Dhamma shows how to cut existence. Bhava. So that's what I want. Okay, having clearly understood that is all I want, I need to now get going. The first step is 5 sila. Make it into 8 sila, including the other 3 of Musavada, Pisunavacha, Parusavacha, Sampapalapa, and slowly extend it to Abhijja Vyapada so that you cover 9 out of 10 indicated in the 5 silas. Okay. Then the Michhaditti, you work it out completely, reassessing why you should leave the Michhaditti, the Lokiya Michhaditti. By the way, it's not Lokuttara. But yes, you need to let go of Lokiya Michhaditti. So now I have sufficiently worked to get the timber. That means when I go and ask for timber, the first thing that person is going to ask is, have you cultivated your field? Have you cleaned it of the weeds and other things which was overgrown there? And I would say to the inspector, please come and inspect. So he comes with his troop and he inspects to see that indeed the akusala is gone or the weeds are gone and you clean the place. Now, in the traditions, the cleaning is done by the volunteers and the teachers. Here, you are the self teacher. You are taking Dhamma as the manual and you're cleaning it. There's a difference. There, somebody is doing it for you. Here, you're doing it yourself. It's DIY program, do it yourself program. So now I clean the place and I have to bring in the inspector. Whereas in the traditions, the inspector is sitting in front of you, you can go and tell him that, oh, I saw here, I saw there, or whatever it is. Here, nobody is there to talk to you, to say that, where are you, what are you, to refer to the manual, because that is what shows where you are. So, slightly different way of seeing things. So, you should be ready for this. And there's nothing to be ready. It's already ready. You just keep on using that thing. But that's all it can give you. It's fair. Now, I come here. If I come here, what happens? I need to qualify for the timber. Oh my God, yes. You will not be licensed. You can't use timber. It's unlicensed and nobody will give you. So, what should I prove? The field is clean. But nobody told me how to clean it. Read the manual. Who has time to read the manual? Go to that place. The Samana Magga. It's on your own. You can't take this unless you're really strong to take on this activity. Okay. So I have taken on, saying that, yes, I will do it. It's a pain worth taking. I've decided. That means the first thing I need to get for myself to work it out is motivation. Very strong motivation not to give up, not to be shaken, not to be challenged by the inspectors or whoever. Meaning, not to be overwhelmed, not to be taking it too personally, etc. when they comment. So, what he says, anavajja, blameless, right? I need to do that. So, what I require then? I require pamojja. Arati is dissatisfaction, sadness, and boredom. Because, see, now in Goenka or in TMI or in Ajahn or any of these, there is someone. All I need to do is to take some break of 10 days or whatever, 20 days in a year, and I just go and do that. Here, it is DIY. Maybe I'll take from there, that's fine, but still need to do it. Like what Shenial did of getting a Shunyagara at his house, and he just practiced as he was doing there. It's fair. It's not easy because there, somebody is there to tell you. Here, nobody is there to tell you anything. And you have to literally do it on your own, DIY. It doesn't matter what technique it is, but at least do what it is. So, taking Goenkaji technique, he did this. Now you work it out based upon what Buddha says. So, first thing, I cleaned, ensure it is cleaned. For doing that, I require pamojja, gladness. I'm very glad of doing it. That means not feeling tightened. So then coolness starts to arise. Being very cool doing it. It might give me some dopamine effect because I feel rewarded. It's fair. No problem. Gladness gives me that push. This is what is required. So first I did that. Now, having cleaned the field, I need to fence the field. Otherwise, somebody else will encroach the land. So, what should I do? Fence it. How? Being moral. Now you cleaned it, agree, but it has to be sustained. So, Patimokha is the fence. It has two parts. First is Hiri, second part is Ottappa. This is the fence. In fact, I liked Ajahn Chah's method here because of Ajahn Mun telling him when he wanted, and he went and asked him, "You mean to say I need to recite all of this?" And Ajahn Mun laughingly said to Ajahn Chah, "No, Hiri and Ottappa is sufficient. You don't have to do everything." And that's such a relief. And when you clean the field, all that you require is two things, Hiri and Ottappa, which will then bring in Sati, the witness. Without Hiri Ottappa, there's no witness. So no matter how much we say Sakshi Bhav, no Karta Bhav, no Bhukta Bhav, as what Goenkaji says, he could have added two more things from Pali rather than just saying Sakshi Bhav, Sakshi. Many people don't even understand what is Sakshi, witness. It's hiri and ottappa. Hiri is moral shame or moral dread, and ottappa is moral shame. Keep these two. That fences the entire field. So now nothing can come inside and nothing can go outside. Now that I have hiri and ottappa, I stop bothering others. Why? It is indicated in DN2. What? Bhaya dasavi, having seen the fear. Anumattesu vajjesu, not even a little bit I'm going to do, because I've seen the danger, how this field can become dirty in a matter of few days. So I will not do it. Sila hoti. In what way? That's what he explains till Sati Sampajanya. So I will then say, why don't I do this? Why don't I get my act together? And that's what I do. Okay. So when I do that, what I get? Not only the field is empty, the field is completely clean. So my achara gochara is good. Samadaya sikkati sikkapadesu. So I have learned what to be learned. Kayika and vachikamma is perfected. Kusalena parisuddha ajivo. So my livelihood is taken care. So now I become Sila Sampanno. Now that I've put on the fence, my Indriya Gutta Dwara is taken care. That Hiriotapa will take care of the rest. When I see something, vilas, vilas, no, this object is anicca. It is of dukkha nature. It is anatta. Because object comes, object goes. You understand, Vilas? Sound coming, same. For each one, same. So I see it has three flavors. One, liking. Two, disliking. Three, neutral. So Hiri will say, you want Sati? Yes. You want me? Yes. You want me to protect your property? Yes. Then listen to what I say. This is called inner conscience, which for some reason we have surrendered to the mind. Now, what happens? The inner conscience becomes the teacher, not the assistant teacher sitting outside, or even the senior teacher sitting outside, because I've come out of that. That's a conditioned state which I was in. Even the TMI is a conditioned state. You're sitting on a pillow or a couch or whatever, that cushion, and you're just doing 1 hour or whatever that is, or even 2 hours. It's an activity. Basically, for children, you create an activity and you give them some Lego toys, and then they keep doing something or they keep playing, or they need to expend their energy, basically. So, this is another way to expend energy. You book a retreat for 3 days or 2 days or 1 day or whatever at a friend's home, and you meet and do all that children thing, and you feel, I'm feeling very happy, take your car and drive. Here, it's inner conscience. It pricks. The inner conscience will prick. Why did you do it? Why? Didn't I tell you? This leads to no nibbana. You understand? And the mind gives up little by little, slowly, slowly. If I could use Shania's language, slowly, slowly, gives up. And it gives up slowly, little by little. It's fair. So, since my sati is coming due to Indriya Gutta Dvara, it becomes sampajanya, or in Sanskrit, samprajnata. That means, what's the purpose? Here is the difference between the retreat style and the Buddha style of working. In the retreat style, you don't require sati sampajanya except for looking at arising and passing away and making anicca, 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 or anitya, bodha, whatever it is. And then that's a good one, but that's not what this is saying. Here, the onus is on me. The hiri person is on me. Because it has to get sati. Then the motivation transforms into a permanent state of watching, witnessing. Okay, that is sati. It ensures nothing wrong is being done. So that becomes the purpose, is not to do a single mistake. Anumattesu vajjesu bhayadasavi. So fearing to do the smallest mistake. Fair. Then what's the purpose? Sataka. Then Sapaya, Aninja Sapaya Sutta, MN 106, explains Sapaya. That exact Sapaya, you need to get it. Uninjured, unshakable state of mind. Coming out of Mara. That is the Sapaya. Suitability. To get that going, you require another two more of it, which is Gochara, where it is feeding. Now you see this. I've removed the feeding ground. So where does it feed? On the breath. Since the object is removed, where will it feed? On the breath, obviously. Then the fourth one, sammoha, asammoha. Asammoha, the senses are sammoha. The objects are of moha. So I get attached to the object. The consciousness attaches to the object. Now, the consciousness does not attach to the object. So I develop sampajanya. Sati sampajanyena samannagato santutto. Now I am in santutti. This is the key thing. For me to get into the sukha, which is the third jhana, santutti is most important. Now I am ready. Ready for what? For Anāpanasati. Now, Vilas, do this. Can you bring in Sati to the Parimukha? Not closing eyes. You can close. You don't have to close. It got nothing to do with it. Can you bring it to Parimukha? Can the attention come to the front of the face? No, where should I see? Go back to that preschool. You're not fit for that. No, sir, you can't tell me like that. I am ready to do. No, there's nothing ready to do, Vilas. You are not fit. But he says, Parimukam upetapitva so sato. Have you seen another section where he says for the same thing, you can use it for removing hindrances? Haven't I told you many times, don't get lost in this thing? It's bringing your attention to the front. Okay, now what do you want me to do? Nothing. What do you mean, nothing? Bring it to the front. If the field is not empty, you cannot do parimukha. That means you can't go to the inspector, ask for the timber, because you're filled with mara, can't be given. Okay. Assuming I don't have mara, then what happens? Just sit. Instantaneously, you're filled with sati. So, satoba, asasati. The timber is given. Satoba, pasasati. Now your sati is established. Where? There are many places where it can get established, like where the breath is going, nose can get established, tip of the nose. Should I watch it there? What did I tell you? It will get established as opposed to you establishing it. You understand there's a difference between you establishing it and it getting established. In you doing it is an effort, in it doing it is a process. So you're failed. And hence there was no timber given to you. Then what should I do, sir? Get ready and come. Your Indriya Samvara has not happened. So you can't be given. No, sir, please go there. Don't argue. Please go back to preschool thing and enjoy. Finish that course and try again. The visa will not be given. Okay. Now I come back. Then the inspector asked me again. So last time you couldn't. This time can you? Can you see in the front? Yes. Is the breath established? Yes. Even with things going around this room, can you state that it is established? Yes. Is time a constraint? No. Do you want to keep a stop watch or something? No. Now, having established that, Can you now bring in the awareness? You have got attention. Now it's on the face. And where the awareness is? On the breath. Can you now see the entire body as breath body? Yes, indeed. Can you now, from the top of the head to the tip of the toe, feel the energies moving up and down along with the breath? Yes. Good. Can you remove the space and time construct from this? I didn't understand. Go back to that preschool. Why? Because you have not removed hindrance. What hindrance? You have doubts. You have arati, dissatisfaction. And I was supposed to take 8 akusalas out of the 10. And the longest one being michadikti. With that michadikti, there can't be any progress. So what do? I stop watching the breath, bring my attention, that is manasikara, to the dana. Did I not give up sensuality? No. Which of the senses are biting me and I find taste? Or touch or sight, whatever it is. So vivicheva kamehi, for that this has to happen. But I have not done it. The field is empty, agree. But there are once in a while something coming up from the ground. So you have to clean it. So now the doubt has arisen. What should I do? First check, are you a Sotapanna? The Anapana cannot be done without being a Sotapanna. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Please know it. Now, sir, how should I know Sotapanna? Are you following Sila? Yes. Did you feel gladness while finding Sila? No, sir, I was doing it as a ritual. So, do you know you're a Sotapanna? No, sir. So, would you like going back to the preschool? Yes, sir. There you go. The preschool is that all of that things. Okay. Better be there, finish it, again try. So, why did Sila Bitta Paramasa hinder? Is because I did not know that it doesn't lead to liberation. I was following everything, thinking that I will get Anapana Sati. No. Then what's the use? How did you till this land? Through machines. Exactly. That is also required for the same reason. You can't keep it thinking that that will take you to the highest. It does not. So now your doubt and uncertainty, do you know why it is? Because you didn't have an awakening moment. So why don't you get an awakening moment? How should I get it? Did you try to understand Indriya Samvara? Did you see the weakness in Indriyas? What does that mean? Preschool. Because you have to have the Bhanga Jnana there to come here. What is that? Please go to preschool. I can't explain beyond this because then there's no preschool to take you. Did you have Bhanga Jnana? No, sir. Please. Did you have this free flow of energy happening? What does that mean, sir? Preschool. No questions. Just go there. But I've done 10 courses, sir. I don't care. You did 100 courses also. Without these two, don't come here. But that is Burmese, sir. You only say, yes, that is Burmese. But what I can do? That's the most popular course. So go ahead and join that preschool. But I follow Ajahn, sir. No problem. You follow Ajahn Cha. Do whatever he says there. But you'll get the same result as Sotapanna. Come here. Why this is important? Because Anāpanasati cannot function without being a Sotapanna. Take it with pinch of salt or pinch of whatever. That's the truth. So you just can't say that I want to practice Anāpanasati. No, even Rahula was a Sotapanna. And he couldn't proceed further. So Buddha taught him step by step instruction. So basically, if I'm not a Sotapanna, it's not going to work. So the first job I need to do in Samana Magga is to be a Sotapanna. Because that's the starting point, that's a school. To know for myself. So how? Very simple. 3 guarding principles. 1. As relation to the 6 senses, is there anything that can be held for a long time? No. So when you try Indriya Gutta Dvara, you see these things change. Not only change, they get destroyed at once. As the object is gone, so the subject is also gone. Ah, I got it. Excellent. Do you see it for yourself? Yes. So what did you see? It's anicca. It arises and passes away on one side, and on the other side, you can't predict the next object that is going to come, which is uncertain. So, anicca has many dimensions to it, including uncertainty, unreliability, and impermanence. It's just not being impermanence. It includes many. Depending upon what is the situation, you can see anicca flowing. Like, is it going to rain? Nobody can say. So is it not going to rain? Nobody can say, because the conditions make it sure now that it will not rain. But we can't say it will not rain at all. If the condition change, it will start raining. In the same way, I'm hungry because the condition is hunger, but I can't always say I'll be hungry at this time. No. Only if the conditions present is hunger. If the condition it doesn't present, there's no hunger. Oh, hairs falling also same thing then. Yes. The condition is presented in a way that you can't have hairs. So, Vilas, you are bald. It's called baldness because the conditions changed. Maybe your testosterone level got so high that it removed the need of hairs. This male baldness is because of the amount of testosterone, which is fine. What I can do? Oh, you're very sexually charged person, particle, sexually charged particle. I don't know. Maybe or may not be because testosterone increases sexual urge. Maybe. True. That's the reason why this place is bald. Too much production of testosterone. So that's the reason. It's not that I am bald. I got nothing to become bald or having hair. It's the testosterone. So it's anicca. Absolutely. Can I say my testosterone level is going to be the same for the next 10, 15 years? No, it can change. It might go away. Or it might even increase than what I have. I don't know. So, Vilas, your baldness is because not because you want to be bald, it's because of hormone and other factors like your food, etc., and hereditary genetics. All these are the factors for your not being there, not because somebody wanted you to become bald or some god wanted you to become bald. Just said, Vilas, from this age, 2001 onwards, not even a hair will grow on your head. God cursed me out of his heaven, and then I saw baldness. From the kingdom of heaven, I was thrown, and then baldness appeared. It's been 25 years since I've been without a single crop appearing on top of this land. Anyway, so I know that is because of testosterone and hereditary factors and genetics, and all these have played role. It's got nothing to do with this. So it's conditioned phenomena, 100%. So do you understand, Vilas? You can't do anything of having this hair or not having this hair. It's not your wish to have or not to have. Even if you had hairs, you have to go to the barber because you can't tell the hair stop growing at this time. I had enough of this hair. No, it keeps on growing. So what do you understand, Vilas? That it is not in my control. Excellent. That's anatta, which in other words is viparinami. It's not as expected. Yes, sir. Isn't that holding that I will make this happen is a dukkha? Do you remember what I said to you on dukkha? Dukkha? You remember? Yes. So can you control the senses then? You can restrain the senses, but you can't control the senses. You can't dictate anything to them. Can you dictate eyes to eat from today? Nobody in this world can do it. Eyes will only do seeing. They don't care what they see, but you care. So from today, do you know what is dukkha? Burden, unsatisfactoriness, call by whatever name, suffering. The suffering is coming because you're holding on to something which is unreal. Do you understand this? Yes. So that is viparinami. That other one is anyatha bhav, it became otherwise. The hairs are gone. Became anyatha, otherwise. And hence it's anatta. It will not become anyatha bhavi if you are in control of it. And that means you can't even get old, forget losing hairs. That means you can't even become a child. Why? Because there is no growth. Oh, yes, you're right. Oh, so then you can't come out of the womb at all. No, no, no. I'm talking about after coming out. Sorry, that can't be done. So it is dukkha. You seen the dukkha? Yes, good. Now comes to the first one, anicca. When are you going to die? Can be now, can be 50 years from today, can be 10 years from today. We don't know. That's the reason it's uncertain. Life is uncertain, and not only is uncertain, it's not durable. You can't say it is this product is durable. No, no product in this world is durable. Don't last long. It can give up at any time. And it is arising and passing, just like day arises, night falls, whether I like it or not, same way. Then Vilas, can you see Rupa, this form with this shape as you? No. Why? Because I can see the change. I didn't have this baldness until 2001. It was filled with thick hair and couldn't do anything. And when I went first time to Brisbane, and Bobby and Marin and everybody made me eat a lot of things, and then I ate, and the milk, I'd had two glasses of milk with Bobby making me eat dry fruits. The kgs became 69.4. What I could do? Nothing. Absolute nothing. If Vilas, you're fat, what I can do? Nothing. Vilas, you're lean, what I can do? Nothing. So don't you understand this? Yes. So now you understood. The feeling also is not you, because fat is a feeling. I got a feeling of being fat, which is dukkha. Because somebody says you're lean, we have been conditioned now to believe lean means good, fat means bad. Fat means more cholesterol, lean means less cholesterol. So the more you have sanya, you can see that it is feeding onto the Vedana. Ah, got it. Like I and Bobby were talking when we were staying with Shaniel, we had gone on a walk and he was talking about cholesterol, etc. I still remember our conversation. I don't have to open up and say what it is, but it's all about cholesterol. But did Bobby add cholesterol? No. Can he remove cholesterol? No. He doesn't have a power to add or remove. If the condition so comes that no matter what he does, there's no change in cholesterol. He may even stop eating, the body still produces cholesterol. Nothing he can do. Or other way around. He can do exercise, he can take medicines, he can do whatever he wants. It may or may not change the condition because it's conditioned. So, do you understand, Vilas, that the sanya, what you're putting as cholesterol, is also conditioned? Yes. So, can you call that sanya as you? No. Exactly good. So, then why don't you do with sankhara, choices, volitions? Stop volitioning things. Don't wish for it. Accept whatever is there as there, and accept whatever that's not being there, not being there. Yes. Not passive acceptance, active acceptance. Passive acceptance gives you depression. Attakila matanu yoga. Don't go there. Do a active acceptance that gives pamoja, gladness. Good. Now come to Vijnana, consciousness. Do you experience fat? Yes. How? How? When I stand on the weighing scale, ah, if you stand on the weighing scale, do you feel fat? You experience fat? You consciously have an experience of fat? Yes. Okay, good. After 3 months, if the weight falls down to 3 kgs down, then do you still experience fat? No, I'll experience lean. Ah, so if the consciousness is filled with lesser number is lean, more number is fat, so then it will experience fat and lean. It's what is being fed is what is being delivered. So, Vilas, can you drop this off and stop claiming ownership of it? As this Vijnana is mine, it's my Vijnana, or I am Vijnana. Yes, I saw that. If it is fat, if it is fed as fat, it will answer as fat. If it is fed as lean, it will come out as lean. In the same way, if it is fed as vilas, it will recognize it as vilas. So now do you see 5 khandas vilas? Yes. Are they yours? No. So do you understand the Dhamma? Yes. Now you are a Sotapanna. So first test before the timber is given, establish you are a Sotapanna. And then tomorrow morning, tell me you are a Sotapanna so that I can then impart you how to do Anapana Sati. Otherwise, number of people sitting here, please drop and go back to preschool. You are fit to be in Goenka technique, TMI, PMI, MMI, this MI, that MI, Arabian technique, Burmese technique, then Australian technique, Cambodian technique, and so many techniques. Enjoy the ride. So I've told you how to get into knowing how is Sotapanna. I've told you how things work. It's only for qualified people to go ahead on Anapanasati. I wish I could have made everyone Sotapanna. I can only tell you how to get there than making them. Those who know they are Sotapanna can sit in the class because the assignments, what will be given, will prove to you you have faked it, you'll go back to preschool. If you have not faked it, you continue. Fake means you might have misunderstood. Then also it will not work. Because the parimukha will never work, no matter what you try. Because you have to remove the hindrance doing parimukha, and you can't. And you can't establish sati sampajanya. 2 out of 4 questions, 50%, right? So I'll give you all the 4 questions. Can you have a sati unbroken, which becomes a witness? Answer it for yourself. All the waking moment. 2, are you able to be on the breath without effort? 3, do you know what is Dhamma, which is nature, which can only be answered by Sotapanna? 4 is, do you know what is a sensual and non-sensual joy, that is piti, sensual, non-sensual sukha, sensual, non-sensual upekha, sensual, non-sensual release. Four, these four things in that fourth one. So tomorrow morning, I seek your answers. I'm the timber person who can give you timber. The field should be empty. You should answer these four questions. And then it's yours. Even otherwise, you can continue. I have no problem because I can't force it. We'll continue and it'll become theoretical, basically. Swear. Because I can't, what I can say, dismiss the entire class and saying that, okay, unless you're Sotapanna, don't come here. That becomes rude. But ask for yourself. Okay. Any questions from anyone? No, very nice. Surprising. So all are Sotapannas, I guess. 14 others, total 19 people here. Wow, 100% Sotapannas. In fact, that's the reason Buddha says, after hearing to my discourse, hundreds and hundreds of them became Sotapanna because it's all about breaking that. That's it. Anicca Dukkha Anatta, which is Anicca Viparinami Anyatha Bhavi. That's all. If your sila is good, just opens up. So let's see how many remain in this group tomorrow morning. Sure, nobody has any questions. I can't ask Ariu, Bobby, and Mrutyunjay who are on video because they keep on asking something or the other. But I would like others to comment. Okay, no comments. Then good news. Then welcome to the land of Arias and till your land, till you get Arhat.
Sir, can you explain the question 4 in detail? Thank you.
Can you repeat me the question, please?
Um, you you put it like this, that do you know what is sensual joy and non-sensual joy?
Yes. So if you're Sotapanna, you will explain. That's the answer to it. So why don't you explain?
I'm a bit confused, so I think
what is there to get confused? There's no fuse at all. Forget the con of that. It's very simple, Smita. Sensual means what? You are with Sanil by chance?
Yeah, he's here. 1 second.
No, you don't have to show me. That's fine. I'm not interested in seeing him. I can see him. I have no problem. But I asked you, do you love Sanil? Yes, no, can't say.
I think I'm very balanced. I can see in a way that, what people imagine or fantasize. I'm very practical. Okay, he's a good person. Okay, I can live a life with him. That kind of.
No, you don't have to go all the way from France to Germany. Just I'm asking you, do you care for him or you don't care him? Let's forget love. Do you care or you don't care?
I care.
That's all. Done. Yeah. That's sensual. So your care is restricted till Sanil is there. The moment he is gone, you don't have to care. That's sensual. Because the togetherness is coming out of the senses, in another six senses which is sitting next to you. The non-sensual is there is no Sanil, but you still care. Or in fact, you still love. There's pure love without the person. So there's joy. Now, when you see Sanil, there is joy. If you don't see Sanil, you will not have joy because it's conditioned. So a Sotapanna should be able to answer or will be able to answer what is sensual, what is non-sensual, because he has attained or had a glimpse of Nibbana.
So, as far as my understanding is concerned, that for instance, like not only the Sanil, but there are many people in our life, like very important, like for instance, which we get attached, like some teachers also. So not only the family members per se liking for something and getting attached, but as a Shrotapanna, we can understand that, okay, this is a kaya, and then within that, when we see that while meditating, I mean, so at inner conscious level, one would understand this is also going to go and die one day. So there's, in a way, that there's that attachment, which I would say that in Marathi, what we call it, आपण त्याला चिकटून राहतो, म्हणजे धरून पकडून राहतो. It will not be there in a way. So and practically one would also see and understand, okay, this is also going to go away.
Yeah, there are two ways of understanding Smita. One is intellectual, one is as an experience. That means in the Vijnana itself or the conscious level itself, there would be a change. One, through intellectual understanding, there would be a certain change. So you need to see whether you're able to get it without intellect working, and instead it is pure experience of passing away.
Yes.
You know that it is going to go away is intellectual, as
Yes.
opposed to gone is actually
Real.
conscious.
Yes. Yes.
So it's up to you. It's not up to me. So what I said is those four questions, which you should answer for yourself. It's not for me.
Yes, agreed.
Right. So if you are done that, then you will not have any confusion on the fourth question, because you know what is sensual and you know what is non-sensual. That confusion will never be there. So you need to reflect upon that and see why this confusion arose or why this doubt arose and how you can resolve it.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Any other thoughts on this? Yes.
I guess one question on the fourth question is that even people who may not be Sotapanna, but they've experienced jhana, may be able to explain the sensual versus non-sensual differences.
Yes and no. Here is why it is yes and no. If you suppress your kamachanda for some time using some mantra and other things, but you know you are not a Sotapanna because you wouldn't be able to see the anicca nature in that. You would know that it is still there. You cannot make out what is dukkha at all, and you don't know what is anatta. Or other way around, you can't distinguish between anicca, viparinami, anyata bhavi. Even though he might know the meaning of it, but he can't really discern, experience that. So let's say a person like me who has experience in all 8 jhanas, where to explain, I can explain all the jhanas for sure. I can say this is niramisa, this is samisa, like that, sensual, non-sensual, but he doesn't know the boundary where this sensual ends and where jhana begins, because he suppressed it, and so he can't see it. And second, there's no need for a Sotapanna to do any of the jhanas to attain what he has attained, because he knows that this one is niramisa, the nibbana, what he has experienced. So there's no need for jhanas for a Sotapanna, but for a non-Arya Puggala, he requires jhana. Then only he can say this has no benefit and this has benefit. But he has not seen ending itself. So he'll cling on to this. Now, instead of sensual, he'll cling on to this. But he is not extinguished. So he can't see. Supposing, very good question. So supposing I'm a non-Sotapanna, but I have taken Soham as my object instead of breath. If I do it for the entire day, for the next 3 months, I'll attain Neva Sanya, Na Sanya Ayatana. And then I don't like my wife, my son, house, property, money, everything, because I'm getting that sukha. Okay? That I can do. Soham is sufficient. It really does it. Okay? And that's what is there in Sri Ravi Shankar's basic course and advanced course. So they teach how to do this, which is good. And you can get into all jhanas, all the 4 rupa jhanas, all the 4 arupa jhanas. Let's say I'm doing Kriya Yoga of YSF, Yogananda Research Foundation, which is Yogananda's way of doing things. And then I do Kriya Yoga of Babaji and all that. I attain these states for sure. Using Om, I don't even have to say Soham. Om is sufficient. As long as an object is there, the mind clings onto that object. It throws out the sensual and it goes there. Fair. So a Sotapanna might not even have gone into the first jhana, forget about doing anything else. He doesn't know what is jhana, because to doing jhana, you need to be Sotapanna. So he's not a Sotapanna. I mean, you say that from Sotapanna, he starts understanding what is jhana. This whole Anapana Sati is for those who are Sotapanna and they're going till Arhat. So basically, he will not be able to explain this one. The reason why I asked this question, which Smita was trying to answer, is that have you experienced Nibbana? That's my question. A Sotapanna has indeed experienced Nibbana. So that's the answer for the 4th one. What I'm looking at as an answer is no less than Nibbana. I don't want anybody to explain to me about anything else. Samisa, Niramisa. Or non-sensual. And then when he goes further, he says there is Niramisa Itara Sukha, which is what we are going to get at Anagami. So this far away, at the end of the training period, at an Anagami Phala, the person sees this. Fair. But till that time, he can be in Niramisa Sukha. That takes him to once in a while Nibbanic experience, but he knows he has attained that Nibbanic bliss, which is divide of Raga, Dvesha, Moha. So definitely any person lower than a Sotapanna cannot answer this, number one. Number two, in a non-Arya Puggala, they can explain the jhanas, but they have not experienced Nibbana. The extinguishment, they don't even know what it is. Forget about saying how it is. Does that make sense, Sari?
Yeah, makes sense.
So then we can ask a reverse question back, since Mrityunjay is sitting here. So then what happened in Brisbane? How do we know he attained Sotapanna? How do we know? That only he should know. Because at that moment, all the six senses will close. And when it comes back, he knows something has happened. He can't really pinpoint and say this is what happened, because there is no he left there to say what happened. Whereas in a Putujana who does 8 jhanas knows that he was in 8 jhana. That means I exist. And in Nibbana, there is no I at all. It's gone. Completely gone. So if I ask Mrityunjay, he should be able to explain, not through words. Maybe he can't explain what I'm explaining, but I would get an essence of what he's trying to say. Smita, did that answer your question? Instead of tomorrow, we finished it today itself.
Yes, sir. I was sort of reflecting when you said, and I know like what is my mental state right now. And also that I was trying to relate with, like I used to be extremely, very, very attached with my father. And I mean, when he was unwell, I can't even imagine that how will I live without my father. And then I was sort of reflecting from that and today, and I know right now what is my mental state. I mean, what is going on in my mind from a few days. So I'm sort of reflecting and thinking about that, as you said.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fair. Any other from any other persons? Okay, so that means all are Sotapanna. Enjoy the ride. Are we done?
You guys, I don't know.
Even I don't know. Okay, if it is done, it's done. I have no problem. There's no point in just continuing for the sake of continuing.
Because you, just a final clarification, you just told all the sense organs will close, but it doesn't have to happen with everyone, like you told many times.
There are 2 ways it happens. One, through wisdom, you penetrate and you see what is there in the senses. That is Panya Vimukti side, which means you are a Dhammanusari. So you don't require to get into this breath watching business, because you find that your mind is sharp. So that means Panya as a faculty has overgrown the other 4 faculties. So then the 6th sense doors closing doesn't mean there's a physical closure. It means that it doesn't take any objects at all. So when Goenkaji says people confuse what he's saying what he's saying is right. It's absolutely, that's how it works. The first
No,
time.
no, he says many times you can't see anything, you can't
Yes.
hear anything.
Yes, you can't see, the faculty is there, but you are not seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, and thinking. That's true. Bobby, just think about this, or don't think, because then thinking is another function. Let's look it in a very practical way. Your eyes are open, it's not seeing anything. So I would say there is no seeing. Seeing as a person seeing and taking some experience out of that sight is not there. Like what Buddha tells Bahya, in seeing there is only seeing. That's exactly what is happening. He has the eyes, there's object, but the seer and the seen don't exist. That means I as a seer and something seen is not there. But that doesn't mean that the eyes are not there and the sight is not there. That would be stupidity. The experiencer, I, is not there. In the same way, you can't hear. You can't hear means what? There's not that the sound is not coming into your ear. You are aware of the sound of coming, but there's nothing to take as your sound or her sound or that sound or this sound. There's no sanya.
So basically, that identification and perception and all is not there.
Exactly. So basically, what happens when it is closed, you are non-reactive to anything around. The sixth sense.
Still the sound is coming, sight is coming, everything is
coming. So we need to refer back to Bahya Sutta rather than confusing what Goenkaji is saying. That in seeing, there's only seeing. In hearing, there's only hearing. In tasting, there's only tasting. In touching, there's only touching. In smelling, there's only smelling. In cognition, there's just a cognition of an object coming. That's it. There's not going beyond that into story making.
Yeah.
So at that moment, when the six senses are like this, the conditionality is gone. The condition.
No proliferation, no story making, no identification.
No identification.
Nothing. In that just at that moment, that's only that moment, that present is there.
So you can experience this in two ways. One way is by watching this body all the time, going through the sensations, not reacting to the sensation, gives you the bhanga jnana, the dissolution. It becomes particles. And after the particles has happened, if the mind persists on that, the peace prevails. And in that, the six sense doors closes to the six sense objects. That means it doesn't mean that the sight, sound, taste, or smell are not coming, but they are not recognized as this smell and this thought and this one and that one, like that. There's no perception, there's no feeling, there's no sankhara, there is no vinyana, there's no conscious experience of those objects. That being the case, there is no rupa. So without rupa, there is no vedana. Without vedana, there is no sanya. Without sanya, there is no sankhara. Without sankhara, there is no vinyana. So the five khandhas, which was upadana, is gone. So then there is only khandhas, not upadana khandha, which is dukkha. So now you're out of dukkha. And hence, it's nibbana. Okay, this is what I would get if I am a student of Goenkaji and I've done it and I've completed it. So the first time it happens, I can really say I have become a Sotapanna because I saw the dissolution. I saw all the six senses getting closed as what Guruji says, perfect, in line. Which is what Shenial was also explaining the other day, which makes sense. Now, coming to the panya side of person, he doesn't have to get like this. He might not even get bhanga, but he has penetrated through wisdom. Here he has penetrated through sati, but there he has penetrated through wisdom. That means sati became the primary thing for him, for this person. The panya became a primary thing for this person. They both are talking the same thing, but one will say Jhaika is better, One will say Dhamma Vinaya is better, which we already taken it up. So this fight continues between these two idiots, thinking that this person is just sitting there and wasting time, and they saying that this person keeps on looking at Dhamma and he doesn't sit even for 5 minutes. What kind of meditator he is? That can happen because there are two ways of positioning these things. One as a Saddha Vimukta and one as a Dhammanusari, getting into Dhitti Vimukta. That means he is understood through wisdom. It's not worth clinging. Now my question comes, then does this person also undergo this sixth sense doors closing? Yes, absolutely. Why not? There's no reaction to it. At that moment, he gives up. There's no I there. When he's seeing it, there's no I. He's through wisdom, he's seen it. In fact, he's seen faster than this fellow who is sitting and making his body still, this, that, sitting on the couch for 100 hours or 500 hours or so many hours and burning himself. This Panya guy is sharp intellect. Just cuts it. So we can't argue with anyone that no, this is the only way and that is the only way. It's better to accept that yes, there are two ways. Buddha says there are two ways, not one way. One is through Saddhanusari way, where he will have to do this, what is taught by Goenka. For sure. There's no skipping that. If he's Saddhanusari. If he's a Dhammanusari, this person has already penetrated the Dhamma to begin with. So there's nothing like he has to go through this Saddha in Buddha Dhamma Sangha. He's already having that. With that, he just does it. And ultimately, this Saddhanusari person also has to come to Panya route only in the end. Just like what Shenial did. He started following my videos in the end. So if you're already on the wisdom path, you don't have to change anything. It just leads you to Panya Vimukti. That's it. And that's what is there in Kitagiri Sutta itself, that they don't have to do anything. The dual side, which is Ubhato Bhaga Vimukti person also don't have to do anything. The Panya Vimukti person also don't have to do anything, but the remaining people have to do. So you have to now see, Bobby, are you really a Dhammanusari person, or you are in between, neither here nor there, little bit of this and little bit of that, and that is dangerous.
No, like in Buddha many times told that there is somebody who practices concentration, then discernment, you shared that sutta, right? And then they have, in conjunction, they practice both, like, that's also possible, right?
That will be Ubhato Bhaga Vimukti. Release from both sides.
Yeah. Because in one sutta, Ananda was saying that, whoever declared liberation, they have declared in these four ways. One is through wisdom, one is through like samadhi practice, and then, in conjunction with the both.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. And you will yourself come to know, Bobby.
Yeah.
See, out of the 5 faculties, the 5 faculties getting balanced is Arhat. The remaining people will have something or the other.
More or less.
More or less. So, in a person's case, he might not be able to establish, sitting, and this parimukha thing might not happen really, but he has penetrated the Dhamma. Ultimate aim, whether you see this or you don't see it, how much Dhamma have you penetrated for yourself and how the fetters have gone. So the Sakhai Ditti will go when you see just only 5 khandas. So there's no point in taking anything. The Visikicha is already gone. Sila Vitta Paramasa has no footing, because then you know that who is going to keep all of these things, because these precepts are required to just keep that pamoja, state of joy, gladness. Because if I do wrong things, my gladness is removed. So only for that reason I require these 10 akusala. So I have understood. So there's no need to follow it like a ritual. Morning, when you get up, children follow the 10 akusala removal. Yes, sir. And before sleeping, check your mind whether there are any residue left. Yes, sir. That's military. Camp is required. But if he permanently applies that, my teacher has said, okay, this is morning now. Okay, wait. Okay. Panati Pada Veramani. And he keep on reciting. It's not of no use. That idiot has misunderstood what Buddha has said. It's to get joy. This joy. And also the 10 paramis are always for joy. Dana is for joy. Sila, anyways, for joy. Nekkhamma is for joy. And then Panya is for joy. Virya is for joy. Khanti is for joy. Aditthana is for joy. Like that. See, Bobby, I keep 1 hour Aditthana sitting on the cushion. Does that give me joy? Just ask this question to yourself.
Not in the beginning, like maybe after some time.
It doesn't. Because your mind is already in negative. So what happens is that endorphin is the pain releasing hormone or the chemical in the brain. It will never produce because there's no dopamine. It doesn't produce. So you always feel the pain. You can ignore the pain, but you're not pushing off the pain. You're trying to do something or the other to not react to the pain, but you're not in joy. You're doing all of this for pity, basically. All that we're doing in life, Bobby, whoever does, whatever, including studies, including going to job, earning, everything is for joy and happiness. Right? I don't think so anybody is doing anything for these, not for these two things. So if somebody says there's no joy, why will you do it, Bobby? It's for that joy you go to that Pomona center because there's joy in going there. There's joy in sharing some workload from them and do the painting and cooking or serving. There's a joy. There's absolute joy. Why would you do without joy, Bobby? Just think. You've been a volunteer because there's joy. That means you're doing dana, right? If there was no joy, will you ever do it? You tell me that. You'll not.
It's all for happiness.
Yes, and joy leads to happiness. So there's sukha, piti, sukha. So
and that's a condition for samadhi, right?
Exactly. So if I take an aditthana of sitting for 1 hour, at a preschool level, it looks good. At a school level, should I put it like I want to sit for 1 hour?
Yeah, no. In the initial times,
exactly.
It is useful.
For the initial part, when I'm in a preschool, yes, that discipline is required. Yes, sir. Sit for 1 hour. Now I'm 40-year-old. That was for 5-year-old. I still follow that. Hey, wait. Today, it's 10:21 a.m. here. I'm on Aditthana for 1 hour. Boss, at a 40-year-old or 50-year-old or 60-year-old, your back is not as strong to sit for 1 hour. So this terrible pain. And you recently had a slip disc. If you sit like that, it's permanent injury. Right? And then nobody is going to come to your rescue. So use some common sense. That was for preschool because they don't know what is aditthana. So you have to tell the children, sit for 1 hour. Stop talking. No talking. No talking in the class. No talking. Everybody. But some people, what did I tell you? Did I tell you? Sir, you only spoke to me. Sit. Not my. Sit. But sit. That's required. Now that you're graduated, it's self-discipline. You know when to talk, you know when not to talk. You know when to sit, you know when not to sit. You know when to stand, you know when not to stand. You know when to walk, you know when not to walk. All the four postures you're mastered. Your mind is not moved in any one of these postures. It means you're maintaining sati. And that's the difference between a preschool person and a school person. He is disciplined. He's learned the art of disciplining. You know, you don't have to discipline him much. Just have to, some odd corners, he misses something. So you have to tell him, hey, Vilas, you missed that thing. Oh, sorry. But he doesn't. And slowly, he is completely taken over by the sealer that there is no single mistake. And there ends Sotapatti Phala. Because at that moment, there's no need for him to continue on Sila. Then at Samadhi, fruition of Samadhi is when he is an Anagami. What leaves to be an Arhat is Panya. So he done all the three, Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Done, Asekha, completed. So then he can go and celebrate. He can do whatever he wants. Because now he knows there's nothing in this world which can give him lasting happiness. So once he's out of the jail, the jailer knows very well this person will never come back to any of the jails, no matter whether it's air conditioned one or non air conditioned. That's the last time he has seen him, and he says goodbye. It was nice you being here, but I can't say you're welcome next time because you have completed everything. And as far for the others, they will go to air-conditioned jail, which is called as Anagami, a semi-air-conditioned jail called as Sakadagami, a normal but better-looking jail called as Sotapanna, and all kind of things for a Putuja. But they are in the same jail. There's absolutely no liberation. But one advantage, the air-conditioned jail person will be born in air-conditioned ones. The semi-air-conditioned ones can once in a while come into the air-conditioned, and from there come back to the non-air-conditioned or semi-air-conditioned and get liberated from there, saying tata to the jailer. And the Sotapanna kind of person, he has raga, dvesha, moha. So then he keeps on jumping between the fully air conditioned and the semi air conditioned and non air conditioned till he finishes and he says, sir, now I understand. There is no air conditioned and semi air conditioned and non air conditioned. It's only dukkha. I saw it. So am I pardoned? Yes, you are pardoned. So within 7 bhava, he is released out of that prison. It's gone. So as long as we know that we're in prison, you will do something to get out of prison. But if you love the prison, there's no way you can get out. And that's moha. And family is a prison, beautiful prison, where you have everything to be done. Even though you're losing everyone, you still feel nothing is going to happen. This is one prison. Recluse, they build monasteries, huge one. They have to maintain, they have to do so many things. Politics happen, this happen, that happen. So they are in same prison in a different color dress. But actually both are in prison. They're imprisoned by their raga, dvesha, moha. And this jailer, Mara, is interested only in them. And sensual gives you more of these. So he says, Vilas, come, come, come. I'll give you that one. What do you think? You say, yeah, I need that. But not this time. Please. Wait, I'll give it to you. Sir, next time around, I want to be born in New York. Wait, I'll give you. Wait, hold on. Sir, next time I want to be in Melbourne. You wanted first in New York, right? Finish that ride and then show me the ticket that you have completed the ride. And then I will put you in Melbourne. Okay, hold on. So I don't want to be born in India for sure, Bobby. I also decided like you that I shouldn't be here, and I don't like these people are, I and you have spoken many times, not worth it. But you have changed your prison cell from here to there. I couldn't do it, Bobby. So I've asked Mara, can you give me like what Bobby is? He said, yes, hold on. You should have parmis. So if you build parmi, I'll give it to you. So I'm having some brownie points, so I'm collecting them and I'm going to show to the jailer saying that, Mara, please look at this. I've taken all of this. Approved. Go. Yeah, I'm out of India. It's so nice, Bobby. Just 50 cents for a train ride and all of these benefits, where here it's skyrocketing prices. Now I'm thinking whether I did a good thing by quitting the job or should I go back to job now. So which is not your pain now. So that's the trouble what I have, because the inflation is so much rising here, and then I had to do something. And when I was talking to Shaniel, it was 54 rupees. Now it is 68 rupees. Dollar to Australian dollar to Indian rupees. I think it's going to touch American dollar rate very soon. So the more I stay back in Australia, I think I'm going to gain a lot of things. I need to ask for dana from all the donors in Australia so that I get much better. Right? So you know what? From 54 to 65 is already more. It's 68 or 67, 68, or whatever that is. So fast. Just not even a year, Bobby. We've been talking. November. Now we are in May. It's reached so fast. 20-30% increase. So you're lucky.
Every currency, right? Not just.
Yeah, no. I mean, every currency. Because Australia was 25 rupees, Bobby. Per rupee, it was 25. And now it has gone to 65, 40 rupees per dollar. In a matter of how many years? 6 years? 7 years? We have.
No. When we came here, it was around 50 or something. Around
50? Okay. Oh, then when did you come in?
2012.
Well, right. Right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'm talking if you go 2003, 4, 5 like that, it is less. 25, 30 rupees. Now it is, because when I was dealing with US dollar, our budget was 44 rupees a dollar. From 2006, 7, 8, it was hovering between 42 and 45. Now we are almost touching 100. And whoever is having pounds is GBR, beautiful, 120, 130. Anyway, GRB, Great GBP.
Great Britain pound.
GBP. Presently, that's the highest trading item. So if I was in London, area, I would have been rich by now. Euro is more than 130 or whatever it is, and then it's touching. So Mara, I have asked him, Mara, please, wherever there's a good currency exchange rate, send me there. He said, wait, I'll give it to you. That's a prison. Next prison. Anyway, we breached 2 hour border also. So meet tomorrow. Then with the next steps after Sotapanna. Okay, good day and good afternoon and good evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Vilashi.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.